Welcome, my lovely Sagittarius. Sagittarius, your card in tarot is the Temperance card. It is the card of balancing. All opposites can be made into a unified third. This is actually the Tower opposing card to me because it is, you don't have to give up something. You can actually keep something. So that's always beautiful. All right. Me being the Queen of Clovers, my readings tend to focus on life, craft, action, nurturing ourselves and others, and using our will for the highest good and calling. All right, Sagittarius, this is also your weekly intuitive energy and card reading for the week of September 30th through October 6th, 2019. Remember that time is merely a pretense. These could be past, present, or future energies. This is also a general reading for Sagittarius, and Sun, Moon, and House positions, and will not apply to all, but do hang around for collective Sagittarius messages. I'll be doing 2 spreads as well. So what does Spirit have for us this week? Let's get to it. We're looking back on the seasons because now we're in the full Libra, Sun, New Moon, and Venus in Libra. But we're looking back on Leo season to start because Leo season was all about lighting us up and finding what we love. The Virgo season was making that a physical experiences, bringing our heart's desire into the harvest, into the physical realm. Now we're in Libra, and guess what? It's all about sharing. Libra's all about partnerships and sharing. Libra in Venus is also about graceful, commitment-focused, taking our time, increased understanding, and savoring each other. Let's also keep in mind Libra is very highly flirtatious, and that even means because we have Libra above us and not just in Venus, and the new moon as well, Libra will make us very flirtatious with things that we need to be doing in other areas of our life as well. All right, what does Spirit have for my Sagittarius? The Tower in reverse. Yeah, I did call you the Tower in reverse. Remember, this is more of an ascension. It's striking, but it's also, let's get some, I can't speak on that just yet. The Tower in reverse, this is because I have the 4 of Swords in reverse. And that's because the Tower is in reverse. You've kind of prevented a Tower moment in your life because you took a break. You did exactly what you needed to do. You stepped back, you took a day off of work, you went to the beach for a day. That's very SoCal, to go hide on the beach for a day during the week when nobody's there is awesome. You prevented a Tower moment because you rested. You had to rest, or you came out of a rest. You came out and did something too. That's also possible with it in reverse, but it feels more like a begrudging rest than not resting. But you did what you had to do to prevent the Tower moment. You knew it was coming, and you just did what you had to do. Congratulations on preventing that, Sagittarius. All right, so yeah, you've brought about an ending. And you're leaving something behind. The World card is an ending. It is the card of change. It is the card of changing directions, flipping sides, and it feels like you've made a major change in your life. It is, and you're walking away from something. It's just not even walking away, you're just leaving something behind. This could be the travel card. You could be traveling or taking that vacation to prevent that Tower, because it does involve some kind of rest or coming out of rest. But whatever it is, you did it, and you've actually put an end to something that really sucked for you by doing that, by preventing that Tower. I didn't clarify the Tower because you managed to get your beans out of it. All right. Judgment is making a choice. Judgment is really deciding on leaving everything, your past self, behind 100%. You've already had a couple lessons in that so far in the journey of the tarot, but you need to make it an all-out decision. You need to put that up there. You've made the decision. You've actually made the decision to be happy. You've thought it over in the hangman position. You know you're in pause mode, but you're just going to enjoy it. There's a happiness here with the Sun card. Children are usually involved. even if they're just running around under your feet. But this is that energy of, I had to change, I had to end things, I had to change things, I made the decision to do it, I really thought it through. There's a pause in action that you've either gone through or you're going to go through, and really think about this, because you know you control your happiness. This is very good reading, because you've just done what you needed to do, and you got out of a jam with Spirit. Just you listen to yourself. If you doubt that Spirit is offering you messages and you've been through a hard time, you have an action that you need to take that is going to prevent a tower in your life. Queen of Swords and Aquarius, Libra, Gemini in your energy. Page of Cups in reverse. Three of Diamonds. This is advice from Spirit. And the Ten of Swords. Okay. You cut something out. This is advice from Spirit, and I don't think this is somebody in your energy. This is, I don't like where I am. I don't like my job, with the Page of Cups in reverse and the Three of Diamonds. I don't like it. It makes me miserable. But you did something. You cut something out, or you will be cutting something out. So this is advice from Spirit with the Queen of Swords. You know some clarity and truth. You're going to work with that truth and clarity and remove some of that nastiness in your heart, probably about situation that's going to happy you up. Because there's a perspective change. This Hangman is that perspective change as well, that perspective change towards the Sun card, towards happiness that you're moving towards. This is just making a decision to be happy, to not be in pain and suffering, to protect yourself against a little backstabbing too, I feel, in that you're going to take control of your life, or this is the advice from Spirit, to take control of the situation, especially your emotions. Stop reacting. Remember, respond. That's very critical. This is like, man, you really hated your job. Whatever you did to, it's really a perspective change. It's really just, you've rested properly. And now you see that there's no reason for you to be unhappy at all. I don't know. Because you prevented the tower, I didn't run it. Okay, Six of Wands and Nine of Wands. These are victory cards. These are working it and winning. But Six is able to work with others. Nine is the Wounded Warrior card. It's a very solo card, but it is it's heading towards victory and healing. The Nine of Wands is heading towards victory and healing. Nines tend to be solo cards, solo adventures. Yeah, you're going to start on something new. You've been given the permission. You need to take stock. Seven of Diamonds is taking stock of, I call it the inventory card. It's also the Wine, Women, and Song card, because, after you finish the inventory, you're going to go sleep it off or drink it off. It's always a little extra work to do an inventory, but you're thinking about a new journey, a new path, and that's because Spirit has inspired you with this Eight of Wands and cleared a way for you to move forward in something. It's probably in a pentacled way, because when you realize what you have, taking stock, realizing what you have, this isn't just about money. Pentacles are also about personal value, what you bring to the table in your skin, apart from any lessons you've learned, degrees you've earned, or what have you. There's more to it than just money, but whatever it is, you're able to take care of yourself. Nine of Diamonds is that self-made woman, self-made man card. It's the ability to handle your own business, but it's also the ability to handle your own finances and bills. It's that sense of, we're coming into that moment of just getting things done. It's a victory, just because nines are solo cards, though. It's kind of like looking at your pentacled life in a more individual way as opposed to a group way. Sometimes we keep looking at family obligations, or we look at the group dynamic at work more than the individual goals and decisions and forward thinking that we need to get at. And this is absolutely you kind of pulling yourself out. What do I need to be? Where do I need to go? And it makes sense, because these are both how you're doing at work cards. Eight of Swords is that position of that public position, that public image of how you present yourself at work. It does involve a little presentation with the swords. It is that in in a precarious position kind of thing in tarot, but it is definitely the work card because we have to behave a little bit at work. Our hands are slightly tight at work when working for others. No big deal. You're balancing that energy, and with the Eight of Pence, you're going to balance your income. You're going to bring in your harvest. And it's just the change of perspective to really focusing on self a little bit more. And as Sagittarius, I know you're so like, you just take care of shit. And so what happens is perhaps you're doing other people's work, or perhaps you're considering your work in terms of how you're going to turn it over to other people, and you may be doing part of their job. This is you kind of like, it feels like very, administrative, like very like, this is what I do, and then when I do this 5 extra steps, not only do I lose an hour of my day, but that person gains an hour of their day because I'm doing part of their job. Ace of Diamonds, yeah, a whole new start in work. No surprise there. With the 6 of Hearts and the Joker card and the King of Hearts, you do have a bit of a nostalgia for 6 of Hearts is a nostalgia. You do have a nostalgia for the way things used to be. Perhaps you used to be the boss, or you had a different boss that was a water sign. This could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but it feels more like this could be the change. One of these changes that you're going through is, it feels very streamlining, but this is also a note that you're going to change in a parental way too. Whoever you take care of in terms of kids, this may even be a dog growing up into a puppy, but your babies are out of diapers. They may be in high school. They may be even off to college. This is that streamlining because your energy is changing. You are having a new role in terms of your parenting, in terms of things you take care of, which could follow with that work thing. You kind of miss the way it used to be, but hey, advancing is advancing. You're going to be able to celebrate something. A 4 of Wands, that is the celebration card. It's also the marriage card. 6 of Diamonds is that flow of finance that we were working for and building your resources. Yeah. This marriage card just means things are gelling. Things are coming together. It's not really about love based on the cards around it, but 6 of Diamonds is that flow of money, doing so well. You can even be charitable, and you're just building up your resources, exerting your self-power. These are really good cards. They're minor arcana cards, but the changes you make with these, you did get a lot of major arcana cards, even though in the tarot spread, it's the kind of change that it's really just a change in perspective that makes you so happy. You just realize that you're just taking a little worry out of your life from Aries. You really don't need to worry about it. It's really not your business what other people do after you in work, after you've done your job, and you kind of need to let that go. That's another reason why this parent card may have come out. This isn't lovey-dovey energy, but at the same time, it is that energy of things be a changing, and I have to change. So even you've done your work as a parent, you've got them through high school, you know, you can't sit there with and over them and do their homework with them any longer. This is kind of like that changing role also in your home, in your life. And it's, you're handling it quite magically. It seems like you're ready for this and you're ready to move in with it. There's no, it's just that decision to be happy, especially hitting this goal. You hit a marker of some kind that brought you a little victory. You have almost all the 6s here, and that basically means that you don't have the 6 of Swords, so you're not fighting. So this is not contentious or debate or stuck energy. It is all just kind of flowing through, very Sagittarian. And what it is it's because nothing's happened, because you've made the shifts apart from the Tower card, so there's a lot of bullshit you're not dealing with here that other people would have to deal with if they just waited for that lightning to strike. And you didn't. So that's why everything's just gelling. This is more of a gelling card, just a happy card. Everything's coming together, almost in like a marriage kind of way. And you do have 4, so build up those resources and definitely rest. Sagittarius, thank you for sharing your energy with me. I think you're going to have a great week, and because you've just grabbed the bull by the horns. So please like, subscribe, comment, share, tip, or donate if the spirit moves you. And of course, if you want to connect with me on a personal level or book a personal reading, my email, qclovers1111@gmail.com. and have a very great week, my Saggies.